Hello Internet, welcome to Better Read with Saul. So this is my first BookTube / YouTube video, and as an introduction I thought I'd do what many booktubers before me have done since Brenda C created this, and do the BookTube Newbie tag. So let's get it started. First question, why did you start this channel? Well, it's honestly a form of motivation and self-accountability for myself. As to why I need that, all that partially goes in with my answer to the next question, so stay tuned for that. And also, I just recently created my Goodreads account and set my goal for the year to read 50 books. I've always been garbage at keeping deadlines and goals, so I'm hoping that this will keep me focused and on track. Question number 2. What fun and unique things can you bring to BookTube? Well, a lot of booktubers I've watched, regardless of gender, have a fairly weak facial hair game, so there's that. More seriously, I used to be a very voracious reader from elementary and high school. Then I hit my first attempt at my undergrad and just lost a lot of motivation to read for fun. And after that, I was dealing with depression, anxiety, financial issues. I moved a lot. There was just a lot of things going on. All sorts of fun stuff. So from about 2012 till 2013-ish, up until 2018, I read pretty much fucking nothing. Then at the start of last year, I made a New Year's resolution of all things to, as I put it on Facebook, hashtag make Saul read again. I read a few things, and after I felt I capped my resolution, but not a lot. Now, obviously, there was a ton of books I missed over that 5-year or so period. So, you can rediscover your favorites vicariously through me as I go back through a backlog and discover new books that maybe we both missed. So give me recommendations, please. I need them. Also, there are some new releases this year that I am looking to do sooner rather than later, so they will be on the channel as well. And question number 3 is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? Well, I'm fairly new to the whole BookTube thing. I've only discovered it a month and a half, 2 months ago. Though in that time I've been pretty obsessed with it, subscribing to a ton of booktubers, big and small, and watching content from a bunch more. And the thing that's most struck me about BookTube is the sense of community everyone has, and well, I want to be a part of that. I want to have some new people to talk about books with, and plots and characters, all that good shit. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? Well, the thing I love most about books is the lessons they teach us, and I don't mean just in the non-fiction literary way, although that is an important thing as well. Just when we read books, we get introduced to these very different and diverse characters who come from different backgrounds from us, very different in the cases of science fiction and fantasy, but still grounded in real life, and we get to see how they grow up, how they react to things, view their thoughts, obviously, and we just get to empathize and love or hate them. Even if we don't agree with what they always do, we get a better sense of why they do it. And books really just open up our eyes to new horizon and help our understanding and empathy. I'm not really sure how well I'm expressing myself here, but I just feel that if more people read, the world would be a much nicer and better place. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox here and move on. 5th question. What book or series got you into reading? Well, I've been reading for a very long time, as I said, if you ignore that reading slump. I used to brag, of all things, that I learned to read when I was 3 years old, and I don't remember a lot of the books I read at that period, Well, I sort of do, but there are more like two books and moments that I consider really formulative to my habits as a reader. So the first one of those is my grade 3 teacher, Mrs. Bottrell, read our class Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. There'll be none of that Sorcerer's Stone shit on this channel. And the next year, in grade 4, Mr. Marmoto's class, he had us read The Hobbit. Sixth question is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? As I was roughly sketching out this video, I had a little bit of trouble trying to think of something. This one isn't really directed at anyone in particular, just the booktube community as a whole, I suppose. And that is, how do you deal with feelings of anxiety that you're just kind of shouting into the void, and feelings of imposter syndrome, especially before you start to build up that small community around you. Question number 7 is, what challenges of starting a booktube channel do you think will be hardest to overcome? And quite frankly, it's just the whole video thing. I've never really been that into videography or taking photos. I've taken a few of my dog on my camera and a few other things here and there. I've never edited a video, I've never made a thumbnail. I just bought this camera and I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. Still trying to figure out lighting and positioning, all that important stuff, so please bear with me, and I'll try not to be a total hack in the meantime. Okay, so those last two answers were kind of downers, so let's see what question number 8 brings. When did you start reading? Well, I kind of answered this already. I learned to read when I was 3. I maybe probably should have planned this out a little bit better. Planning. What is planning, precious? Number 9, the penultimate question. Where do you like to read? I never really thought about it, to be honest. My bed, I suppose. The leather couch. During the summer, the balcony's nice, the hammock, the beach. Yeah. Alright. This is it. Question 10. What kind of books do you like reading? Fantasy is definitely number 1 on my list of genres. I do tend more towards adult, but I have no issues with reading young adult. Honestly, some of the differentiation is lost on me at times, and same for science fiction. I also like reading history, both fiction and non-fiction. Biographies, memoirs, particularly of political figures. The odd mystery thriller is fun from time to time. I've recently read a couple of comics, graphic novels for the first time since Watchmen. Whether that'll feature on this channel at all, I'm not sure yet. Okay, that's all the questions. We made it. Hopefully you enjoyed this view into me and my channel. Please do think about giving me a like and a subscribe, and I will hopefully see you all later. This is Saul, signing off.